The multiverse of madness has been opened. Enemies of the Watcher, beware. But I mean, aren't we just all Watchers at this point? Is Jeffrey Wright just playing a hardcore MCU fan instead of just our guide through these vast new realities? Guys, my name is Zack, and as always, I love discussing film, television, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and all things entertainment. And I really do appreciate you guys clicking on the video today. I really hope you enjoy your stay, because on the docket today is What If? Yes, the brand new Disney Plus exclusive series, limited series from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is the MCU's first foray into the animation realm, and it's got various voice talents reprising their famous roles from all across the MCU, along with Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher. The Watcher is basically our guide through this Twilight Zone-like environment, which starts to get batshit insane. And this anthology, narrated by Jeffrey Wright, reimagines numerous major events from the movies in game-changing ways, such as what would happen if Peggy Carter took the serum in the first Avenger instead of Steve Rogers. There's also a murder mystery episode where Nick Fury is hunting down the person who's killing the candidates for the Avengers Initiative. There's an episode with Stephen Strange losing his love instead of his capability to do his job. And it also features Chadwick Boseman, who was able to reprise T'Challa via voice work before his death, appearing as Star-Lord, along with Ravager Thanos. You heard me correctly. Ravager Thanos. Jesus Christ, that's some dark comedy. Let's just say that Josh Brolin is a national treasure because of this. And I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time delving into the performances of What If, because, let's face it, you already know how good these actors are. But let me just say, first of all, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Your episode got me so emotional. As his final work of his career, that episode was a true tribute to not only a phenomenal talent, but a wonderful man. And his episode as Star-Lord was just so fun to watch too. I mean, honestly, thinking about it, it could have been my favorite episode of the series. I've also got to commend Benedict's Cumberbatch once again killing it as Stephen Strange. His episode is massively dark. And of course, I'm not going to get too deep into spoilers with this video because, of course, I'm spoiler free unless I say otherwise. But if that level of darkness is any indicator as to what the multiverse of madness is going to be like this upcoming March, whew, man, am I sold on it. And Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher, our Twilight Zone narrator for the series, perfectly encapsulates what a role like this should be doing. And this series really does feel like Marvel's answer to the Twilight Zone. He's being trustworthy, but he's also having this aura that something mysterious is about to go down. He really slayed it. I cannot wait to hear more from him, because to my knowledge, What If Season 2 is a thing. I mean, all these actors, guys, there are just so many to list off. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury in the murder mystery is fantastic once again. Chris Hemsworth as Party Thor was really funny, but all things considered, that Party Thor episode should have been my favorite, seeing as how Thor is actually my all-time favorite character in this universe. And his episode honestly felt like it was kind of there for all intents and purposes. Or how about that premiere? That was one that was really kick-ass. Hayley Atwell as Captain Carter. Man, I wish that was a live-action movie. She was so badass. Her action scenes felt right out of Incredibles 2, as if Brad Bird directed them. So exciting. And all these action sequences feel straight off the presses, out of the great mind of Stan Lee. This stuff looks so utterly beautiful. And I don't think anybody should overlook this musical score by Laura Cartman. That really helps to accentuate the excitement of this series. But this all brings me to the one thing I absolutely have to commend above all else regarding What If. It's the animation. Absolutely breathtaking. This is actually using the cel-shaded technique, making it essentially 2.5D, if you will. You know, trending that line between hand-drawn and CGI models. Because these characters are 3D models to present the likenesses of the actors reprising their roles, but it has the 2D lighting to kind of help them meld into the backgrounds. They certainly had me fooled thinking it was all 2D and hand-drawn, but regardless, this all looks fantastic, guys. I was really pleased with What If. I cannot wait to see more. Every episode, as they build, just feels wholly unique to one another. And of course, I'm not going to get into spoilers, but it all leads to an equally fun and exciting finale. But my only thing that's holding back What If for me is how detrimental is this really to the main crux of the MCU. Now, I am not trying to discredit this series at all, because it is freaking amazing. But this to me feels like a really nicely put together side dish as opposed to the main entrees that we're getting with Shang-Chi or Loki. But especially when you think about it and consider everything that happened throughout these 9 episodes, Like, am I expecting the watcher to actually meld into giant live-action CGI Jeffrey Wright in a later project? Maybe to be the answer to King the Conqueror? Fat chance, by the way, but, you know, we'll just have to wait to see what happens. But I, for one, was left with more questions than anything with What If. Just like the title would indicate. But as it is, this really does not feel like huge canon to the bigger picture of the MCU. Sure, it does tell us that the multiverse is open, and it opens up so much more possibilities for storytelling. Even going from live action to animation, this is a huge leap for the MCU. And these are absolutely some fun side adventures that any fans of Marvel like myself can really dig. I'm gonna give What If Season 1 an A-. This was, like I said, a solid first attempt into the animation department by Lord Feige and friends. But of course, this is all just my opinion about What If. What are your guys' thoughts? Feel free to sound off down in the comments section below. Do you guys think this is the best thing the MCU has ever put out? And make some noise down in the comments. Let me know what your favorite episode of this series was. Because as always, I love creating this content and continuing this discussion further with you guys. So if these topics sound like stuff you're interested in, then do consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. It is absolutely free to you guys. It is really beneficial to help me get this content out there. As is hitting that thumbs up button on your way out. That would be absolutely tremendous, my friends. And as always, stay tuned for more exciting content hitting this channel very soon, including my next forays into the MCU within these coming months. We're getting spoiled. We got Eternals, Hawkeye, Spider-Man No Way Home still to come at the end of the year. Of course, I'll be reviewing those. And guys, of course, this weekend, I'm going to be checking out No Time to Die, the final James Bond film. Please be patient with me on that review because I'm also going to be heading to SmackDown this Friday at the time of recording. Also going to be continuing my Halloween special, continuing with Hellraiser from 1987, along with a bevy of other choices that I cannot wait to reveal in the coming weeks. But guys, thank you so much for your support of the channel up to this point. You guys are the best. And with all that being said, back talk, commence.